global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. The war incident has shocked the whole of Nigerians. A lot of people reacted to it. As we speak, more people are counted. A lot of politicians have done a lot of donations. People have tried getting blood to the victims that are still hospitalized. As we speak, Hannes Ndibo is also making plans, also making preparations to do the needful. Looks like one way or the other, everyone has felt the venom of these guys, especially the war people. Even the women at some point, went around on protest and also, reported or took the bandits to their god, made a lot of decrees and curses upon them with the hope that there will not be a second occurrence. But let's hope and pray for the best. Unless they have decided to do the needful, and this is what they have decided to do in Owo, and they're making preparations. Johannes Ndibo in Owo local government area has actually begun preparations for the purpose of taking corpses of its members who were killed in the last Sunday's terror to the southeast for burial. 4 UGM stormed the St. Francis Catholic Church and killed many people, while well over 50 are receiving treatment for injuries. The gunmen also threw dynamite into the church, out of which two exploded inside the church. That's the true dynamite into the church. Two exploded inside the church. The chairman of Ohaneze in Owo local government area, that's Anayo Kori, said they have commenced meetings to discuss on how to convey the bodies to their various states of the southeastern region. I quote them, said, "We are here to discuss the way forward. For those that died, we cannot give you the actual figures of the Igbos that died because there were many. Oh my God. So we are planning on how to take the bodies back home. It affected everybody. That is why you see shops are still not open." Mr. Udo Blessing, some call it Mr. Udo Blessing, said the meetings will soon reach a conclusion on burial arrangements for the Igbos. Business activities were still paralyzed in parts of Owo community, especially at Owaluwa Street, where the church is located. A resident in the street, Eugene, said the shops were still closed because of the number of victims. Many of the shop owners are mourning or taking care of their loved ones at a hospital. "I was at home when the attack occurred. I just hid myself somewhere." Oh God, this is so terrible. And to think that there's another truck heading towards, there was a truck, in fact, two trucks that was intercepted heading towards Ekiti some few hours ago by OPC and Motekon and the likes. And so we're also in southeast also. These guys, northerners too, were caught, but this time around their own is they have a synergy and a syndicate. Their girlfriends get information for them, and they live under the bridge. Okay, they live very close to the water. As soon as they get their kidnapped victims, they go through the water. It did not look as if that they have disappeared. In actual fact, it didn't. What they just did was they take advantage of a hideout that was glaring in the eyes of many, but no one took notice of. And I think going forward, Nigerians need to get security conscious. My heartfelt condolences to those who lost their life. I think Nigerians needs to be more security conscious. They need to start reporting incidents when it happen. Imagine, it's good also to know that in Owo, Ondo State Owo local government area, there's the presence of Ohanese. That is good to know. It's also good to know that they work in a synergy. But one is wondering, because I could still remember that Akeredolu, I'm sure right now, after the whole primaries that is going that went down in APC in Abuja, I'm sure right now that Akeredolu will give 100% attention to what is going on. Don't forget that a lot of politicians, out of their benevolence, contributed quite a lot. Fayemi said on behalf of his colleagues, his fellow governor colleagues, he gave a 50 million naira and the likes of Tinubu had given 75 million naira as a whole. The likes of Rena Onkri gave about 500,000 naira with a plea to Nigerians that who have enough excess blood should actually donate blood because the hospitals were already screaming a lack of blood. With this happening on Hanese trying to send back the dead corpses of their members, Igbos in their various states. South itself is not totally safe per se. There are a lot of things going on there. Every day we keep hearing death in every part of the country. But it's even rampant, much more rampant in Southeast, where there seem to be security agents logging it out with perceived enemies of the state. Honestly, Nigeria needs prayer. I believe that with all this happening, with all this chaos being heard here and there, problems here and there, do you honestly think we need another old man? Do you honestly think we need an old man who cannot probably hold the flag well? Who cannot appreciate the fact that his wealth and riches, his wealth in understanding, his wealth in is rich in experience of the dynamics of how politics is being played. But what about Nigerians? It would have been nicer, really, for him to be consulted at all times than him being the president. Nigeria is in its a very dangerous time. It needs a very vibrant youth who understand the dynamics of time to rescue it and not to play politics or even play ostrich towards this. I do not know why the politicians have decided to do this, but I believe that with all the level of insecurity, it needs a younger man who can think vibrantly. It will be too much there's this general belief, unfortunately, but mostly happens that the ruling party usually, in fact, the only time there was an exception to that rule was Jonathan's time. There's always that general belief that the ruling party always take the day. Now you understand why Nigerians are worried that Jagaban took the day, because it's almost a done deal with what is playing out in LP Labour Party. It's almost a done deal that there may likely be a winner coming from the person of Jagaban. So people wrote him out that it's not possible for Jagaban. In fact, there was a lot of media smear against him. But he ended up becoming a flag bearer. I want me to think that that same thing that happened, whatever it is using to play this politics. And I want me to think that he will not also, bring it to to the table come to 2023 federal national elections for presidency. Well, let's say I place out my sincere condolences to those who lost their loved ones in a war. May your gentle soul of your siblings, your family, your relative rest in peace for those who lost. Let's meet in that conversation after this. What's your take? Do have a nice time. I really did commend Ohaneze Ndibo for this giant strike.